Hello Cancers and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot read is naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can. I normally do this by using a playing deck, which I haven't got this week because I am doing a Soul Cycle Twinflame love read. Okay, so you all know who your twin flame is, so I'm not putting on an individual star sign energy for the read, but I am putting on all Cancerians with their DM runners. Okay, so let's crack on with the read, shall we? We are doing a read on the Nine of Swords as well, because that's what came out in the All Signs overview. I would just like to point out that this is a general read. There is more than one energy I am dealing with, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, it probably won't resonate with you 100%. Bear this in mind when you are dealing with what I might talk about in this read. It is not an exact thing you are meant to do. It's not an exact set of instructions you have to follow for something to work. It is just the energies around your person and yourself have free will and can use that against the energy of the universe to get in the way of the universe. So use this as advice or guidelines. Before I do my count, we got the Empress. That would probably be you, Cancer. Okay, because it is the divine feminine of the deck, and in most cases in this love cycle, the person who ran from the feelings would be the divine masculine. And we have the Seven of Swords, which isn't focusing in. I think the light's a bit strong in this particular room I'm doing it on. Yes, I'm doing it on the road again, up in York at the moment. So, with the Seven of Swords, I feel that you feel, Cancer, that someone has stolen something from you, stolen the chance, stolen the opportunity. The Nine of Swords is someone pacing around in the middle of the night, overthinking a situation or situations, thinking about what they've done, why they've done it, will they ever get another chance, etc., etc., etc. Okay, the way we'll do this is the first card I will lay will be the first card I will lay will be the overall energy of the read, which will come from the bottom of the deck. The second card I lay, which will be just here, will be the connection. That one will be how your runner feels about the connection. That one there will be how your runner feels about you. Just there will be what the universe wants to tell us about the connection, the hidden energies, what you may not know, what you may not see coming, what other tarot readers called it. And just there will be the overall outcome, which the universe is hoping for. And as briefly mentioned earlier, I say hoping for because we can all get in the way of the universe's plan with our own free will. Okay, so the overall energy of this read is the World. Probably the biggest, well, there's no probably about it. It is the biggest and strongest new start card of the deck. And this implies that someone has reached judgment and got past judgment. Okay, when you get the Judgment card, the card what comes before this is to see if you're judged worthy to go on to the next level. If you are not judged worthy, you go back to the Fool and you start the whole cycle again. If you are judged worthy, then you go to the World. So it looks like someone's passed a little life lesson and they are moving up a new spiritual level. Let's see. Just like clockwork, that is the Fool. The Fool comes out after the World. That's 0 card. That's 21. Okay, that's the end of the Major Arcana. That's the beginning of the Major Arcana. Yeah, so, yeah, the whole connection is a new start. But someone's leveled up this time, okay? I feel that this could be your divine masculine, your runner. They've leveled up. They're more on your frequency. And this will work well for if you two ever get back together, okay? And I know that is the question at hand. How did your runner feel about this connection? They feel like this is a new beginning, but a passionate new beginning. Okay, in some cases, the Ace of Wands is a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, but not the way you were expecting it. Okay, so maybe you were thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to meet up with whoever, and we're going to have a lovely day, catching up, and then we're going to jump into bed and have mad passion, and it don't quite pan out like that. But you still have your new beginning. You have that lovely day, and it turns out that you were so tired from your lovely day and that energy exchange that you get back to theirs or back to yours, and you fall asleep on the sofa, and you don't get that night of passion, but you have started the whole thing again. Okay. The way they feel about you is the Five of Pentacles. Normally I would say that it's like a card of, well, I don't often say it's a card of winter, but it's a card of being left out in the cold. But this, I'm feeling just out of this card of Five of Pentacles, they're worried. I'm feeling they're worried about things about you which may or may not happen. Okay, they're sort of like worrying about getting an unexpected bill, worrying about waking up and finding you've got a puncture or a flat tire on your car, and you've got an important job interview to go to. Well, it might happen, but the chances are it won't happen, and that is what I'm feeling off this. They're feeling that they're worrying that well, they're not worrying that it might happen. They're hoping that it will happen, but they're worrying that the chances are it might not happen. Okay. Oh, the universe is giving us the Queen of Wands for what it wants to tell us about this connection. So it's telling us they're going to come in a little bit passionately. We sort of kind of got an indication of that from there, because that's how they feel about the connection. The Ace of Wands, they're feeling the passion. They're being drawn into you because of the passion. They've leveled up onto a new spiritual level, and they passionately are exploring it at the moment. With the Queen of Wands is like the queen of passion. She does have a lot of passion. She adds a lot of passion to things. She's like the life and soul of a party. But the problem with the Queen of Wands is she is also hiding a lot. She tends to put a mask on when she's at that party and she's the life and soul of the party. Yeah, what most people don't realise is, like, well, that's the last of her money to see her through the month, and it's only like the 4th day of the month. And like she knows that when she goes home, she's going to be having a row with whoever else is at home and all that. But she don't let any of that show through while she's out and about. She puts a mask on. So that's what the universe is telling us about this new beginning. I've actually just noticed on this new beginning, this fool here actually has a face, or a white painted face, a clown's face. Well, all intents and purposes, it's a mask. Yeah. So the universe is saying, well, yes, it's a new beginning, but someone's pretending to be what they're not within this new beginning. Despite all that, the universe is saying that the outcome should be a success against all the odds. You probably never expecting this person to ever wake up and stop running. That would be a success against all the odds. Them actually getting to be with you, and they're worrying that they won't. So that would be a success against all the odds. It's a victory against all the odds. It's also a card of forward movement, extremely fast forward movement. Okay, and determination. That's just what the universe is determined that this will work. It is putting out all the stops. Okay, so let's see what this Fool is about and get some clarified on this Fool. Right, so we got the Three of Wands to start with. The card of setting the intention, sort of wanting to move forward, looking at new horizons, looking at new different things, and the Chariot again. At this point, I will point out the Emperor normally drives the Chariot, but it's a balanced Emperor to get the Chariot to go in the direction he wants to go. There's no reins on these horses, or the charges which are pulling the Chariot. So the Emperor has to make the horses go in the direction he wants them to go without using some sort of like rein or whip or something. It's just pure will he uses to make his horses go in a direction. Now, sometimes when the Emperor is unbalanced, the horses will pull in different ways because the Emperor is unbalanced. One horse is sensing that it wants one thing and the other horse is sensing it wants something else. So it goes in different directions, a little bit like this one, which we could have had this card up here or somewhere else in the read and this card down here. But here it's telling me that the horses are pulling in a slightly different direction. Okay. Yes, your Emperor is balanced, but your Emperor's not sure what it wants. Okay. Yes, I'm calling your DM an Emperor. Your Emperor is wanting to come in passionately, but there's something else they want. They've got a mask. They're coming in not really portraying themselves. Okay. Now, I'm starting to feel that this Three of Wands, the intention about this is the intention to actually come clean and come in and tell you what they really want and take the mask off so you can see. Okay. The Two of Pentacles is crossing this. Excuse me. The Two of Pentacles suggests that this connection is being juggled with something else. Normally I would say I feel that it's like a Wheel of Fortune energy where it's as the Wheel of Fortune changes. Okay, so the person or the in this case the connection is being juggled with the old and the new energies. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling that on this one it is a personal juggling. Okay, which I feel is your DM is juggling what they have to what they want. Okay, you being what they want and something else being what they have, wherever they currently are. Okay, so let's see what this Ace of Wands is about. That's part of what they want. So, Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here, universe? The Three of Cups, because they want communication with you. Well, to clear things up, to clarify things, to make things seen in the open. Yeah, they're wanting to take this mask off, I feel. Okay, the Three of Cups is all about communication. It's about reunions. They want a reunion with you. Social networking, group bonding, that sort of thing, which is what the Three of Cards mean. The Three of Cups mean. It can indicate pregnancy with the right cards in tow around it. We haven't got those right cards, so I'm not saying it's a pregnancy, but that'll be where the third energy comes from. You see, that's why a lot of tarot readers say there's a third party in the situation. In this case, there is a third party, was a third party in the situation. I feel that there's a separation within that Three of Cups. I can see one of those cups moved away from the other two as I'm looking at it. I'm not sure you can make that out on the camera or not, but that's the way I see the card at the moment. They want to talk to you about that. They want to talk to you about their separation they're going through, and then making themselves free and single to come towards you. Or it could possibly be someone else has forced them into being free and single, and that's why they're now coming towards you. As I said, it's a new start, but not necessarily the new start what you were expecting. The Hanged Man, they are looking at this connection from a different point of view. Now, if you've just been dumped or you have just dumped someone, then you are starting to look at everything from a different point of view, life in general. I am so sorry about the glare from the light in this particular room on the cards. I am trying my best to keep my shadow over the card I'm talking about. So the Hanged Man is the universe forcing someone into looking at something differently. Now, the universe could have forced a breakup. The universe could just be showing your person signs of you, like the car you drive. They just see that make and model everywhere, same colour as well. Your name, they just seem to see your name plastered over like advertisement everywhere, and keeps popping up on their phone and things like that. Okay, so that's what is going on with that Hanged Man. They're looking at the whole situation from a different perspective. Okay. So let's see what these worries are about then, universe. What's this Five of Pentacles? Why are they so worried about their divine feminine, their cancers? Why? I feel like a Page of Wands. Keep asking why. Ten of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so how they feel about you. They're feeling worried because they know, to start with, they know that you have everything. And in this particular case, you have an abundance of choices, Cancer. Yeah, you can, when it comes to your life, the world is your oyster at the moment. This is that Empress energy we saw earlier on. Well, I said I feel that was you. Being in Empress energy, you do have, basically, the world is your oyster. Whatever you feel like doing, you can do, because your energies are being so positive that it just draws in whatever you want. Okay, it's a brilliant time to manifest when you're in Empress energy. The Ten of Pentacles is like the life we've always wanted. Okay, like the car you've always dreamt about, or the house you've always dreamt about, the perfect family, and everything else. Okay, but it sometimes comes with a little bit of a fairy tale essence to it. I see it as the minor arcana of the sun. So it's like the happiness, the joy, and everything else. But sometimes it's just too good to be true. The actual general book meaning for that is an abundance of wealth. Okay, but you can have an abundance in all sorts of things. In this particular case, you have an abundance of choices. Okay, or they see that you have an abundance of choices. You may not actually have an abundance of choices, although you may be in the Empress energy. You may not feel that currently at the moment, so you may not be using this energy to create yourself an abundance of choices. But the Seven of Pentacles is all about having choices, and it's the divine timing card. Okay, it's I know it's the Seven of Cups is the cup of choices, or the card of like having choices and all that, but I'm getting choices off this. And because it's a divine timing card, that's what creates the opportunity for choices. Okay, so you can you have to wait for certain things to come to fruition, which means you have choices in what you do while you're waiting. Like in some decks, it'll be like a farmer looking over his fields. Now he's got the choice of, do I harvest now and risk not having a excellent crop but actually having a crop, or do I wait until that crop is perfect but risk losing the crop? Okay, so they fear that you have an abundance of choices. They also have a fear that maybe too much time has gone past. Okay, but with that Ten of Pentacles, that Ten of Pentacles leads to something new. Okay, because all the tens in the tarot deck leads to a new beginning of some description. It's the end of the run of whatever suit it is, which means there's nowhere else for it to go other than a new start of some description. This is all then Ten of Swords there is sort of saying they're overthinking about you, they've put to bed. Okay, they've finished it, they've killed it off. The Ten of Swords is, again, it's the end, which means this is probably where this Ace of Wands is coming from, and between that Ten of Pentacles and that Ten of Swords. Okay, and they're wanting to have a new start. They've made a decision out of all that overthinking they've done. Finally, they've been doing it long enough. Oh dear. Right. So let's see what this Queen of Wands is about. Oh, that's the first card. Okay. Oh, here's the victory coming in. Right, so this Queen of Wands is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Well, normally the Knight of Swords would be coming in with a message, and it would be normally just a quite pointed message. It would be like, Cancer, I love you. Can we spend the rest of our life together? Something like that. No beating around the bush, no frilly bits, nothing fancy. Just the message, what they want to say, and there. And it's a card of coming in fast. We have got a lot of fast acting cards here. There's not much in the way of slowing this down. And everything is like geared up. The energies is geared up for this to all to be happening. I would say it would probably be happening before the end of August. Okay, for some of you, not all of you, because we're all on different timelines. And again, for some of you, your person is going to get in the way of the universe's plans like they normally do. Okay, the Knight in reverse, though, means there is a bit of a slowdown. They're coming with the intention of being quite blunt and pointed. I feel that when they actually face you, they're going to stall, okay? And you might get a lot of useless conversation beforehand, which will be like, oh, the weather's been nice since I last saw you. Oh, you've changed your hair. Oh, yes, I'd love a cup of tea if you're offering. And small talk, because they're going to suddenly become less the Queen of Wands and more of like the Page of Wands. They're going to lose all their pompousness they've built up around themselves to come in towards you and talk to you. Okay, but they will get a victory. It's sort of saying it doesn't matter if they're coming in just with this single message they want to tell you, or they're going to sort of beat around the bush and try to start off small and build up into what they want to ask or talk to you about. They will get victory about it. Okay, and again, this is a victory card. That's a victory card underneath it, and it leads to the victory card there. It's definitely, there's going to be some form of victory in this, either your victory or their victory. If you don't want this anymore, you can tell them to jog on, and that would be the universe saying, well, it's still a victory for you, isn't it? You can now move on. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So it doesn't really matter how this pans out. The universe is seeing it as a victory. Okay. The Hermit card sort of suggests that perhaps you have to go inward. Don't automatically jump onto the first answer your head comes up with. Yeah, just take a step back, just like isolate yourself from the whole situation for a little while, and then think about what you're going to say. Okay, I'm getting off that Hermit card. They are going to be very fragile when they come in, and if you do sort of answer in the wrong way, they might just disappear again. Okay, and well, they're your twin flame. You feel the connection. They've probably woken up to the connection and they're starting to act upon it now. You don't want to scare them off again, do you? Really? So just if don't be so sort of, oh, you took your fucking time to get here, didn't you? You know, just take a step back from that initial thought you have about how you're going to answer, and then weigh it up and think, well, if I was in that situation, how would I respond? Okay, don't take too long, because I might see that as a bad thing as well. Underneath that card was the World again. Definitely a new start. Okay, right, so let's see where this victory is taking us. This Chariot, where is the Empress leading us with this Chariot? Or the Emperor leading us with this Chariot, I should say. The Empress. Okay, so the Ten of Cups and the Page of Swords. Okay, the Ten of Cups is, again, it's emotional fulfillment, but it's the end of the run of cups. So yes, they're going to be coming in passionately to this connection, but in the background, they want to clear everything up. They want an Ace of Swords coming in, because we had the Ten of Swords crossing. They want an Ace of Pentacles to come in. That's something long term and full of commitment. They want the Ace of Cups to come in, because the Ten's out here. They want something. So basically, they want something clean slate, start again, truth sorted out, long term love. But they see it more as just passion. They're just seeing you just as passionate at the moment. Okay. So with the Page of Swords, well, I'm just getting that as a slightly dramatic entrance. Okay. It's going to be, it's not just going to be a nice turn up, let's sit down and have a coffee or something like that. It might be skywriting in the air or something like that. Oh, Cancer, I love you. Please forgive me. Or something like that. but it's going to be dramatic. It's going to be something you weren't expecting ever of this person, okay? What's crossing this chariot, what's making it drive forward, is the Queen of Swords. They found out the truth, okay? Whatever the truth may be it that their partner been cheating on them, that they well, basically they just found out the truth. They've woken up and realized what it is they're meant to do, okay, with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords doesn't normally take action on it. That's the King of Swords' job. But I would like to point out, I just threw it on the floor. The Queen of Swords' hand is outstretched there, sort of saying, whoa, stop. Okay. And again, that is a little bit towards you. You're both going to have to stop and think about what you're going to say and what you're going to do. This is not something you should just go in gun-ho with. Okay, so universe, what else do you want to tell my Cancerians about their DM? Okay, the Eight of Swords. Oh, it had death written all over this read already, didn't it? Right. So, okay, this is quite a simple thing. I said, what else do you want to tell my Cancerians about their DM? Something's died within them and something's been reborn. What's died within them is their overthinking. Okay, the Eight of Swords, it's the run of the 8, 9, 10 in the deck. It's like overthinking, thinking about a situation. And then number 9 would be like obsessively thinking about a situation. And number 10 is, well, I've finally made a decision. Okay, one way or another. So that's died. Okay, what's being reborn in its place? The Eight of Pentacles, wanting to work on something. Okay, it's the card of work. Normally in a general read it would be like going from apprenticeship up to master craftsman, so somewhere there or in between. It's all about work, but in this particular case I feel that this is wanting to work on the situation, wanting to work on making a love connection work with you, Cancer. Okay, crossing this is the King of Cups, the first real sort of love card we've actually had out of here. They want to give you all the love they have. Okay, they're not sure they can. Normally the King of Cups is a little bit wishy-washy, wants to give you the love but wants to hold it for themselves and all that. In this particular case I'm feeling they're just not sure they can. I feel that's a little bit of a mistranslation from the energies I'm getting. I think it really is trying to tell me is they're not sure they can love you as much as you deserve, is what I'm really feeling off that. They're going to love you with everything they've got, but they're not sure that's enough. Okay, so that is your read, Cancers. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, that's fantastic. Please like, subscribe, share and comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. I should be going back to my normal routine of just doing general unconnected reads every week. And I was also toying with the idea of doing a financial read to just sort of see where the energies are financially for each star sign next week. If it's a good idea and you like that idea, give me a thumbs up in the comments, or a yes, that's a brilliant idea, Timsy, so I sort of know. Because if I don't get enough interest in it, I won't bother doing it and I'll just go on to the general reads again. Okay, thank you very much and catch you all soon.